Hey guys, it's Miss Guy, and it is time to get started in session 4. We are focusing on socialization this week. So let me remind you, this is another week where you have to have access to that Pearson Revel text. So I just want to spend one more week and remind you. I promise I will never remind you again, but you have to purchase the access for Pearson Revel in order to complete the course readings and the graded course quizzes. And remember, the first time you visit, you're going to click on this invitation link inside of the textbook and course information section. And then from then on, once you have created your account, put in your access code, or either purchased access from that invitation link, you will use the link here, the login site for your SOC 210 reading and quizzes. All right, so final reminder that if you use the 14-day free access, that is rapidly going away, and you need to make sure that you are paid up and into your textbook. All right, so we are moving on to session 4, talking about socialization. So last week when we talked about culture, we did learn that our culture creates who we are. So we learn a lot about life and how we should behave and the things that we should do through our culture. Socialization is very much like culture, where it teaches us how to be people. We are actually not human-like if we are not socialized. And you will read about some of that in the chapter when you start reading about something that we call feral children, or those children that have been neglected and abandoned. And so we see that children that have not had any sort of socialization don't really act what we would call human. They act very animalistic. And so socialization is a big piece of that. And in this chapter, we are going to figure out which parts of nature or nurture really impact our socialization. You're going to read about a set of identical twins that were separated shortly after birth, that were moved to different countries with respective parents and raised totally different. And you're going to see where some of that nurture comes into play, but you're also going to see where some of that nature comes into play. As you are going through your chapter this week, I really want you to think about people that have influenced your socialization. Certainly your parents, your grandparents, your family members, or those people that have raised you have influenced your socialization, but other people have as well. And these influences may be positive, but they may be negative. You just never know, depending upon the actual relationship and the type of socialization they put on you. So you may have people in your neighborhood or in your community that have impacted your socialization, those at your church, the people that you go to school with, and even those people that you work with. All of those people really influence your socialization. And I hope that you find this chapter intriguing. It is one of those things where I always tell students at the end of this session, think about who you are influencing. Think about those around you and make sure that your socialization that you are imparting on others is positive for the world and not negative. Okay, so you are going to jump into your Pearson Revel account. You are going to read Chapter 3. Through your reading, you will be completing the quizzes 3.1 through 3.8 as you read through the chapter. And then once you get to the end of the chapter, you will complete the Chapter 3 quiz. And that will be your coursework within Pearson Revel for the week. Then you will work on completing the Environment and Development Journal. And this really is going to speak to some of what we learned about when we read about Jack and Oscar in our text this week. So the first thing that you're going to do when you access this journal is you're going to click on this link here at the top, the Crash Course Sociology number 13, and you're going to watch that crash course video about socialization. If you have extra time, the following crash course video, number 14, is about socialization as well, and it's equally as impactful. So if you have time, I would suggest you watch that as well. All right, so remember, in your journals, formatting is very important. And so what you're going to do here is you are going to highlight and copy the information between the dotted lines. I can tell who's watching my videos and who isn't by the type of journal that you submit. So kudos to you for those that have been watching and listening and putting into play. All right, so we're going to copy the information that's in between the dotted lines. That's how we make sure that we're formatting correctly. We're going to select this blue box in the bottom left-hand corner, start or edit my journal entry, and then we are going to have access to our entry box. Paste. All right, that sets up our formatting. Okay, now if you see on the screen, there are only 2 questions this week that go with your journal. Remember, you must answer in complete sentences and you must answer in paragraph form for full credit. Being that there are only 2 questions this week, I expect nice size paragraphs here because these are pretty large questions. So your first response is going to talk about that great debate, nature versus nurture, heredity or environment. And I'm asking you which one you feel like is most important to a child's social development. And then I'm asking you to explain. So take some time here, really dive into this question and give me a college level paragraph. And then your second question is, after watching that video, explain why social development and proper social development, okay, when we're talking about social development, we're talking about it's occurring in the proper way, why that is important for a smooth functioning society. So if you're having trouble with that question, think about the opposite. What happens when people are not socialized correctly? And what happens when people don't socially develop in a positive way? What are things that occur negatively in our society from people that suffer from a lack of socialization or a lack of social development? So you can think about it like that and then answer the question that way as well. In the journal entry box, when you finish your response, make sure that you are changing the color so it is very obvious to you and your eyes how much input you have given into your journal entries. So when you change that color and you don't see that that looks like a college level paragraph, you're going to go back and you're going to embellish and you're going to add and you're going to add more detail and more content. You do not have to get all of your information from the crash course video. Dive back into your textbook, reread those sections, and really show me that you've interacted with the content this week. Once you finish with that, make sure you hit that blue Save Changes button in the bottom left-hand corner. That makes sure that you submit and it goes right to me. Moving back to the page, let me just remind you that the deadline is Monday, February the 6th, no later than 11:55 p.m. So as a reminder, the late work policy works like this. For textbook readings and quizzes, you are allowed to submit them and complete them late, but it is at a 50% penalty. Revel does that automatically. So anything that you're clicking on and completing after the strike of 11:55 p.m., Revel does that math for me. I do not have to go in there and figure anything out. So that is unchangeable. The journal entries are not accepted late. They are 10-point assignments. They are very important. However, if you miss the deadline, you are not allowed to complete those. That means if you do not hit that blue Save Changes button on that journal entry page before the clock strikes 11:55 p.m., that option goes away. So I just want to highlight to you the importance of working ahead of deadlines. You should not be waiting until Monday night at 10 o'clock to get started. I want you to make sure that you're working ahead of deadlines. That way, if you have questions or you run into technological difficulties or issues, or you get called into work or somebody gets sick, you have had time to build into that. Remember, these sessions are open for 11 days at the time. And so unless there is documented evidence that stretches over the period of an 11-day span, you should have time to really sit down and go through these quizzes, these textbook readings, and these journals and get them done. If you have any questions or concerns about the content this week, or if you're having any issues with anything going on in Moodle, please shoot me an email and let me know, and I'll be happy to meet with you and help figure out what's going on. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I hope you enjoy the chapter on socialization, and I hope that you walk away from this week with a thought of, who am I influencing, and am I influencing them and the world in a positive way?